Welcome back, Food FAQ-ers. This is Mariela.
This is Eric.
And today we're reveling in our fall chicken juices.
That was disgusting. You could say something like, our warm autumnal meals and things like that. But, you can revel in chicken juices. I'm going to make a warm autumnal meal.
Okay, well, or we could just split the difference, right? I don't know.
No, I don't want your juices. You fucking keep those over there.
Listen, I've received no complaints about that department. Thank you very much.
Listen, I am most positive the many people that have gone down your juice river, okay?
Not that many.
Well, I'm not keeping count of any, so.
Anyway, so back to our juices, of chicken juices. I really have been dying to talk about this SpatchCOCK chicken, which I think I've talked about ad nauseum to you privately.
You have talked a lot about your SpatchCOCK.
And I don't know why I'm obsessed with it, because it's really just a roast chicken, which I had also never made because I never cared to.
You've never made a roast chicken?
No.
Really?
No, I didn't find it to be a worthy mission until you called it something funny, like a SpatchCOCK.
No, first of all, that's what it's called.
I know.
Second of all, you have been obsessed with spatchcocking. But I love making roast chickens.
Well, okay, I'm a convert now. So I will make a roast chicken in a traditional way now if I must, and also in this way. So, okay, so let's talk about it, right? A spatchcocked chicken is where you go ahead and cut out the spine of the chicken, of the bird. You flip it over and you crack the breastbone and it lies flat. And that's really what it is. It's like butterflying a chicken.
You can buy at the grocery store, you can buy the raw chicken sometimes already laying flat that way.
You don't need to, y'all. Okay. Just get a kitchen shear and cut the spine off. Don't be such a pussy. Actually, I shouldn't say that because we're powerful. Don't be such a ball. Balls are stupid. They're very tender and they're on the outside. Makes absolutely no sense. I mean, listen, I don't know.
Listen, you know what? You would not have children without a ball.
I love balls. I just think the design is flawed, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're kind of weird. They're kind of weird to walk around with.
Listen, God bless you. I don't want to know what it's like. I like mine firmly on the inside. Okay. I don't have to worry about coverage. None of that. So anyway, I digress once again. There's a lot of cock talk because it's inevitable.
It's a spatchcock. I've been waiting all week to talk about cock. So.
To me, no less.
Right. I don't think we've been able to say this with a straight face all week. But let's dive into your cock because
it's a
I want to know
cock.
about this.
All right. So listen, first of all, I finally found a chicken that was like $7 or $8 at Aldi, which I was happy about because this is what a chicken should cost, not like $18 like I had originally seen.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. A few episodes ago, I was talking about how pissed I was that a chicken was so expensive when it's just a freaking chicken. But anyway, I digress. So it was a well-priced chicken, so I bought it. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, I think the reason I don't make large cuts of meat like this is because I find the process of like taking them out of the package and all those, that chicken water that comes inside.
It's kind of gross. Yeah, it is.
It's freaking gross. But anyway, this is what I did. In case you're like juicy adverse like me, like I got a big plastic bag, like a shopping bag from Target, and I put it in the sink and then I put the chicken in there, right? Like still in the little, packaged chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I cut a hole lengthwise on the top and then I slid down the shaft of the
shaft of the cock.
The shaft of the chicken packet. Okay. And then all the stuff that's in there just fell into the bag. And it was just, to me, easier to clean up because then I have to disinfect. I'm like OSHA up in my house. I will clean every part of anything the chicken even thought about touching.
Well, you really should. If a chicken, especially a chicken touching it, you really should clean.
Yeah, I am careful.
I'm on board. I'm not exactly OSHA, but I'm on board with that.
Yeah, so I did that, right? And then I made sure all the it wouldn't leak once I transferred it over to the cutting board. Okay.
Right. No one likes a leaky cock.
Well,
I guess it could be fun. But anyways.
So inside the chicken, if you've never made a chicken, there's going to be a packet of the giblets, as they say, which is the innards, right? Which I have no use for. I know people do things with them. God bless. I don't. I didn't in this particular occasion. So I took them out and put them in the garbage. Okay. Then.
Are you serious?
Yeah, bro. What else am I going to make with that shit? I'm not going to make a gravy.
Hold on. Excuse me, bro. You could have used your SpatchCOCK drippings. We'll get another episode. Go on. I want to hear about this.
Yeah, you just wanted to say those two words together. But anyway, I went ahead and I cut the spine off, and it was not easy. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I did it wrong, but I saw many videos on this thing. And listen, we like to teach you about cooking, but we're also learning about cooking, right? Because we're just people who like to cook. We're cooking enthusiasts, you know? So do I have the perfect plan for you? No. But do I have some sort of experience to lend to you? Absolutely. So you're going to get a kitchen shear and you're going to cut the spine off. You're going to find some ribs and some other situation. You know, it's a bird, but you can't cut through it. And once you do that, you just flip that puppy over and you can just crack it with the heel of your hand on the breastbone, or you can be more precise and delicate and beautiful and grab a knife and just split like the very tip of the breastbone where the neck is. Mm-hmm. And then once you like just touch your knife to it, it kind of exposes it and opens up that cartilage, and then it opens up for you very nicely. So that's like the ugly part. But I did this because I was really interested in knowing like if I can cut down the cooking time on a chicken. I think that's like what takes me away from it too. It's like another part of it is like it takes forever, and I feel like you can buy a chicken anywhere already made that tastes pretty good. Or so I thought. Anyway, I did it on a cookie sheet, Keeter. What are you doing on?
On a cookie sheet. Okay, same exact thing. Yep.
I wasn't sure.
No, so on a cookie sheet.
And I didn't rest it on vegetables because I wanted that contact with the cookie sheet because I wanted like maximum browning since it was butterflied. But I know that when you're roasting the full bird, it's nice to put it on veggies.
Yeah, I usually put them like on potatoes, like cut potatoes or veggies or something like that. I do, just to give it to raise it up.
Right. So I don't know, you know, I'm like winging it here. So I did that and it worked out for me. Another thing I like about this technique, Keeter, is that you can really season this motherfucker like in and out, which I loved because you season the inside part, which I did with, this is like one of these season with your heart recipes, you guys. I'm not going to get like super exacto on you because you'll know, right? When you're making this chicken, how much onion powder you're going to put on it. So I went ahead and I seasoned the exposed inside part with onion and garlic powder. You can put thyme in there, whatever you want. Have at it. And then I went ahead and I seasoned, and salt. Don't be shy. Salt that bird. He likes it. He wants to be salty. Yep. And then I turned it around. I did the same thing on the skin side, right? And then I was like, man, I want to make like a compound butter, which is a flavored butter. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sneak in some red pepper because my husband hates red pepper. So I'm going to blend it in the food processor with some onion and lots of garlic. I don't know. I might have used like 8 cloves of garlic, 1 onion, maybe like a quarter of a red pepper because my husband doesn't like it, but I try to put it in there whenever I can. And I blended it up and it was like juicy, you know, oniony stuff. And then I mixed it in with the butter and it looked terrible. It looked lumpy because, you know, the butter, even though it was soft, the vegetables were cold, you know, so it kind of like re-solidified. It wasn't pretty.
Right.
But I shoved all that butter under the skin, on top of the skin, and whatever. It was a lot.
You lathered up your cock. I'm sorry. I've been waiting all week because I have like a week worth of things.
I stroked my cock really good.
So you're walking right into them. Yeah. You're like, you're setting me up for them. Too easy.
I love it. Keep them coming. Anyway, so I did that and then I covered my cookie sheet with foil and I put it in the refrigerator with every intention to make it the following day. But that's the day I made pavlova and I was tired and nobody was hungry. So I didn't make it that day. So I made it the following day. What'd you say?
That pavlova was so fucking good.
So it was dinner. Really, honestly, it was dinner.
Yeah. Me too.
So, yeah. So, yeah, the next day I was like, okay, I'm going to make the chicken. Okay. This is what I did. Okay. First of all, those 2 days of being marinated in the refrigerator, highly recommend. Please, you should do this. Okay. It made the chicken like, it tasted good all the way down to the bone. You know, it wasn't like rotisserie chicken that just has some sort of saltiness at the top of it.
I want to do this while you're in town.
Okay, we should totally do it.
We could prep it that night you come in and then cook it the last day.
Let's do it. It is so freaking good that I will absolutely do it.
I'm going to buy a chicken.
Okay. So, and simple things, right? I just used alliums, garlic. That's it. Salt. Easy stuff.
What? What was that first thing you said?
Alliums, like onions and
Who the fuck knows that word? What the my 43 years on this planet.
Google it.
I don't even like know what that is. Like,
shut up.
I'm going to assume that
Onion
a multitude of our listeners are like, the fuck was that?
Whatever, man. All right. So listen to me. You crank the oven up to 425, which takes a bit to warm up.
Mm-hmm.
You leave the spatchcock on the counter.
Okay.
Okay. So you're waiting, like you want it to get more room temperature. A room temperature cock is better because it heats up faster.
No one wants a cold cock in their mouth. Wow.
It's no good when they're cold.
It's horrible. It's off-putting. Go on, please.
So it's out on the counter for like 20, 30 minutes. That's awesome. You want that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I kept it covered for obvious reasons, right? You don't want things like, I don't know, anything to get on it. So then you pop it in there, right? You take the cover off and you pop it in there. And it took my chicken was like 4 or 5 pounds. I should have checked, but I didn't. And it took mine about, I want to say like an hour and 10 minutes. I want to say
at what was the temperature again?
At 425.
An hour and 10 minutes at 425. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I let it rest for like 20 minutes. And I tell you, man, that chicken, all I made on the side. Ooh, you know what I made on the side? I've gotten into the habit of buying the little potatoes, you know, like the small potatoes.
Yeah.
And what I do is I poke them with a fork a couple times. I put them in a large glass bowl and then I will add a little bit of water, cover it with saran wrap, and I will microwave them for like 6 minutes and they get soft. Yeah. I take them out and then I smash them with the bottom of a glass and then I put them on my air fryer. I have like a
nice.
pan.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. That sounds good.
And then I put olive oil, salt, and pepper, and I put them in the thing at like 425 for like 10 minutes, and they come out crispy and delicious. And it took me literally less than 20 minutes to make it, which is a really short period of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
For that kind of potato. That's all I made with it. And honestly, I didn't even have to do that. The chicken was so good. So good. The taste was like, and it was tender. And I can't begin to tell you how much different it is to roast a chicken at your house than it is to have a rotisserie chicken, which we love, by the way.
Yeah.
We have sung many an ode to the rotisserie chicken.
Now we sing an ode to a spatchcock.
I keep forgetting it's a spatchcock. Every time you say it, I'm like, that's right. Anyway, yeah. And like, this is like a good dinner for you to start and make for Sunday. This is a Sunday.
So tell me, I have a question.
Tell me.
So like, was the skin crispy? Like, was it juicy? Like, was it overly cooked? Like, cause you said like an hour and a half. So it's a pretty high temperature for an hour and a half. How did it come out? Like, and let me ask you a question. Do you think when it came to seasoning, like we all know, or we should know that you season with butter and stuff like that, but do you think like obviously like doing the butter seasoning as opposed to like a dry rub or something like that is significantly better? Like, so let's first go to the first question. I'm talking about the skin. I'm talking about the juiciness of the meat. Like, cause I'm really excited about this. Like, I really like this.
The skin was definitely crispy. Because it's a high temp. And it wasn't an hour and a half. It was like an hour and 15 minutes, I would say.
Okay.
And you should check it at 45 minutes and see before you like commit to the 115, right? That's what I did. But at 45, it was not done yet.
Okay.
So it took it a little bit longer. Maybe my breasts are big, you know?
Yeah, you do. You do got big tits. So okay. So you have that. So you understand, like, I'm very excited about this because I love a good rotisserie chicken. Like,
oh, me too.
I'm all about this, or like a good, like cock. Chicken. Like, I'm all about this. So
forever since 1996.
1997. I told you about it. So, but I really like, this is really exciting to me.
And it's juicy. Yes, it's juicy and it's crispy and it's so flavorful.
So definitely flavor. I've always flavored like turkeys and chickens with like the butter and under the skin and stuff like that too. And I think people forget to do that. Like skin on an animal is just like skin on, well, we're animals too. It's meant to keep things out.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Did you not know that?
I've never had a skin on a human before. So
no, I'm just saying. No, like, you know, the skin is like the skin on a human. It keeps things out.
Okay.
Right. So season underneath that, you know, season your cock. That's what I'm getting at.
I'm getting into cannibalism here. I'm not sure I'm comfortable.
Oh my God. It's not cannibalism. Anyways.
But yeah, listen, I think actually I did a bit of both because I put the seasoning And I did the butter with so I did like the dry, like a rub with the dry spices. And then I added the real stuff with the butter, the compound butter. So I did real natural onions, natural garlic, all that stuff on top of the dry powdered stuff. Nice.
That sounds
good. They have different flavors, you know, like I put onions and onion powder for different reasons. I think. And
absolutely. No, absolutely.
Yeah, I would definitely do this again. And I would have, I could do this once a month, literally, and delicious and happily. And it's not that expensive, honestly. It does cost more than a rotisserie chicken, but it tastes so
well, I was going to say, look, a rotisserie chicken at a grocery store, for me, I like it to make other things with. I don't necessarily always like the actual rotisserie chicken. I like to make like chicken salads out of it. I like to make, you know, just different chicken dishes. I like it's really good sandwiches, just something simple, quick meals. But something like this is absolutely a level up.
Yes, 100%.
And it's going to be really enjoyable because again, you get a rotisserie chicken from a grocery store. You're like, all right, yeah, that was tasty. That was fine. No big deal. But something like this is definitely, I think it just sounds really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I feel like if you make one, you could probably make two at the same time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You could entertain with this and people would be like, wow, I can't believe you made this. And
would you put like veggies on the bottom of it next time when you make it? Or will you still just keep it in contact with the pan?
I like pan contact. I like skin on skin with my cock. I think it's much better that way.
I'm really proud of you. You said that with a complete straight face.
Because I wasn't kidding.
I know you're not kidding. I've known you for a long time.
We're either going to gain listeners here for bad reasons that maybe are not cooking related, or we're going to lose some. There's just one too many good jokes.
Look, everybody loves a good cock or a good cock joke. Okay, so it's a win-win for everybody here.
Oh my God. So,
this is really cool. I'm really excited that you did this. I want to do it with you because I want to see how you flatten it.
Yes, it's kind of.
I've seen it flattened on TV, you know, a bunch of times.
Right.
But I actually want to see it, and it does not look hard.
It's not hard. So it's not a hard process. It's actually a lot easier than I had envisioned, and it's the result is a lot better than I had envisioned as well. Oh. I'm telling you, you got to do this shit. It is so good. And if you have a grill, if you have that luxury of having a grill and you can do it outside, I can imagine that intensifies the flavor even more.
Absolutely.
So good. And make those little potatoes on the side, you guys. You can really do that any weeknight, and you can add Parmesan cheese to it. You can add butter. You can really add ranch seasoning. You can dress these up any way you want. And like my kids love them. They just pick them up with their fingers and they're crunchy and crispy and they love.
Oh, I do something really similar. I did something really similar the other day, but with carrots.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
And I did the Parmesan cheese also. And so now I did it in my oven because, you know, like I don't have as fancy of an air fryer as you do. Mm-hmm. So, but I did them in the oven, like at a high temp, like at 450 for like 25 minutes, even maybe 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. And the carrots, of course, get caramelized, but when you mix it with a little bit of olive oil and the parm, it crusts like at the bottom. And so, I did that the other day with carrots and it is really good. So potatoes are fantastic too.
Yes. The little potatoes are a lifesaver, honestly. And sometimes they come in their own steam bag, but you don't need that. No. You just create your own steam mechanism with saran wrap and a glass bowl. A glass bowl is imperative in a kitchen, in my opinion. Even if, you know what I do? I go to the thrift store and I buy like their glass bowls are much better because they're old and the glass is thick.
Yeah.
And I have found so many amazing glass bowls in the thrift store. I can't talk to you about the thrift store enough. Like I buy all kinds of shit. I bought, Eric, the other day, I got, shortbread cookie mold. I gotta show it to you for $3. Oh, cool. And I looked it up and it's like $40 on Amazon. No idea. I didn't know what the fuck it was, honestly. I just knew it was cookie related. So then I got home and I started looking up stuff and I was like, oh my God, this is so very exciting. Anyway, go to your local thrift store and pick up kitchenware at your thrift store.
I have a lot of kitchenware from thrift stores.
Right? I think it's just so
but it's like the expensive shit that like you would spend a lot of money on. Like really scour thrift stores. Like you'll be shocked. You'll find things like Crusade. You'll find things, you know, like Pyrex. So go to thrift stores and you'll get them for dollars.
For just a few bucks, and it's like the best shit, honestly. I love going and sifting through thrift stores. Anyway, that's another tip we could give you. But please go buy a chicken somewhere inexpensively, like an Aldi or a Lidl or wherever, you know, or you can spend the money if you want. It's worth it. And you can entertain with this. And now that the holidays are coming, if you don't want to make a turkey, make this chicken.
Yeah. You know, for a smaller Thanksgiving, you can make it, but you know, you're right. You can make more than one.
Yeah, I think you can definitely make more than one. And if you have a larger cooking sheet, you can definitely put them next to each other. And
Right.
I could have done that with my chicken. Honestly, wow. Just wow. 10 out of 10.
Mari, thank you for sharing your cock with the rest of us.
You know, it's for the world.
Well, yeah. So for the rest of you that have stayed at this point, thank you.
Thank you for staying for all our foul-mouthed
It's funny as fuck. Jokes. Let's be honest. No one can say like a cock without laughing. Like, what the fuck?
Or spatchcock. Like when you had spatchcock.
They even look weird. Okay. It's gonna be like.
What, cock?
Yes.
Yeah, they're definitely weird.
They feel great, but they look weird, you know? So.
It's just like genitalia in general. It's not really attractive.
No, it's not. It's not visually appealing. I've never looked at genitalia and been like, wow. That's phenomenal. So, never happened to me.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But I love this recipe. I think it's a great recipe. I think it's a great weekend recipe, like a Sunday recipe, like a really good chicken recipe for the family. So I'm excited for that. That sounds really cool.
Yes. Spatchcock your chicken and make your potatoes and you're going to thank us. Eat it early so you can have sex later.
Yeah, with a real cock. Or not. Or not.
Or not.
That may not be your thing. That's our thing. But that might not be yours, and that's okay too.
That's okay too. We're not judging.
Yeah, I am not here to shame anybody.
I'm not here to yuck your yum, right?
Exactly. So absolutely.
Anyway, you guys, I hope you're laughing with us because I mean, why not?
This is fun.
Yes.
This is funny.
And make your chicken and let us know about it. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts so that other people can find us and laugh at our cock jokes and learn how to cook and make the world a better place.
That's right. One cock at a time.
One cock at a time.
I've been preparing all week, so I'm very excited that I got this out of my system.
You had so many dicks up your sleeve, Eric.
Yeah, sometimes I do. All right.
All right, you guys. We love you. We will catch up next week. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.